Sure.
To pivot us to hockey, Cosgrove makes a great point. Ovechkin comes to town in 58 games. He needs 32 goals to break the record. Probably a good idea to buy tickets for March 27 RH.
That's a very good point. Well done, Cosgrove.
Eloquent. How crazy is it that he remembered how to score?
Yeah, and the Caps being good, Dylan Strome being nasty, huge. What is he at right now this season?
Like 10, I think. I think he needed 42 coming in.
It's crazy that he's going to end up doing it like in his sleep. Like he's just like, yeah, it's easy. It's an easy game.
Well, we're not putting together rosters as of now, but like we got to at least talk about how fun the Russian roster could be if they existed in the 4 nations, if it was 5 nations or many nations. Lots and lots of fun, offensive-minded people at the wing, on the blue line. They've arguably got the best goaltending across all nations. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't name a single Russian center besides Evgeny Malkin. Would he play all game?
Yeah, that would be a very funny lineup.
I genuinely can't think of one. Like, is there one Russian center that I'm not thinking of?
I'm just picturing them like posting the lines, and he's the only center, and they just have a bunch of 7 lines. I'm sure there is. We're just being idiots, but
dude, if anyone, please, listeners, whether you're listening live or tuning in after the fact, message us immediately if you come up with a Russian center who is playing in the NHL currently. Not former. We're not talking Kuznetsov. We're not talking Pavel Datsyuk. Current NHL center that is of Russian lineage. Malkin is the only one I can come up with, which is so funny.
Does it count? Does the fact that Alexander Barkov's name should be, it sounds like a Russian guy.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I'm taking a massive L on this one. We both are. Matt Schneider immediately. This one's going to hurt.
Oh, yeah. Who's it, Dinov?
He plays for the Wild right now. Jesus Christ. Okay. Besides Marat, which, wow, that's embarrassing. None of Kuznetsov, Cosgrove is not playing. Barbashev and Nichushkin are both wings. Yeah, the Marat one, wow, people are going to carve us for that. We deserve it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even thought of him as like making that roster.
He absolutely would, though, now. He can win a faceoff. That's literally, no, he's straight Fogo. Go out there, win the faceoff, book it to the bench, and Ovechkin jumps over every time.
That could work,
God damn. Okay, well, yep, that's still the graphic with Malkin, Khusnutdinov, and a shit ton of wingers would be fun.
Good thing this is live.
Yeah, good thing.
Can't delete the evidence.
You should don't edit it. Don't you fucking dare. All right, let's talk a little NHL. We don't even have to go too deep into it if you don't want, Z, but I figured you of all people would truly enjoy looking back to last week, post-election, the Tony DeAngelo victory lap battle with Tim Peel. What have you ever seen two people who were both on the winning side of an election try and go back and forth and both fail so miserably?
I'm not kidding. Like, I saw that first of all, I have no idea what Tony D was even like. I'm trying to figure out exactly what he meant. One of the reasons he's not in the NHL anymore?
No, the only reason he said.
It's one of the reasons I'm not in the NHL anymore, but our country is not important. The silent Jordan. Oh, God, it's so brutal. Yeah, no, those two are just, I mean, the amount of memes, the worst guy you know just made a good point replies that I got were insane. Like, I think I got like 12. But it is wild, first of all, that Tony DeAngelo in his brain is like, yeah, like he's probably telling everyone in the locker room over there, like, yeah, it's because I like Trump, so that's why I'm not in the NHL anymore.
He is basically trying to label himself as the Colin Kaepernick of hockey.
Oh my God.
Right? Tell me.
It's like, yeah, just the reverse.
Like, yeah, guys, you know what? I cared about my country too much, and that's why they won't let me in the league.
I half wonder if he's like expecting a phone call to like get a spot in the in a cabinet, you know, like he's gonna be like serving. It's just the weirdest back and forth humanly possible. And these guys, they both suck. Like, I mean, I don't enjoy either one of their presence whatsoever. The only time that like Tim Peel even makes me laugh is when he like says something stupid and then he gets carved. And some of the replies to his tweets are so fucking funny. Mm-hmm. And it also is just wild that like he gets fired for the NHL and then immediately just takes to Twitter and just no filter. And he's just going off. It is wild to see. Hate him. Can't stand him. He's just not a very likable Twitter presence. At the same time, his presence creates great tweets and replies and him getting carved. And his response is like his response is like, "Oh, fuck you." I'm like, okay, that's about it. Okay.
He's the character in the TV series that you absolutely hate the character, but if they weren't there, it would remove like half of the comedy because it's how everyone interacts with that person.
Yeah. Yeah. People forget Tony DeAngelo also tried to start a podcast.
I don't think I'll ever forget.
I don't know how many episodes he made it through. You'll be shocked to learn I didn't listen to one of them. But my God, again, just two people. There are also a couple of fucking, I can't even say what the replies were, but they're very funny.
I mean, my personal reply, and I guess how we'll tie this back to our previous conversation, he cared about the country too much, so he left the country.
Yeah, I had to.
Went to Russia, of all places. Well done.
It was really important.
Oh man,
what a world, dude! I mean, yeah, no, that was a back and forth that made me audibly gasp. I was like, I was wondering if it would keep going, but it didn't. I don't think. I just couldn't get myself to check, so maybe they did keep going. But my God,
I've never needed Brad Marchand to jump into a conversation more in my life.
I don't even know what come out of his mouth.